Hello friends, this is the last part of 2020 elimination method lecture, and in this video we will finish the 2020 question paper and then move quickly towards 2019 question paper. We will try to go 19 question paper in two videos, 2018 question paper in two videos, and then we will side by side focus on the CSAT 3 more videos covering more important topics of CSAT and also some 3-4 videos of revision series covering the important topics of for this examination of UPSC Prelims, like we had made for UPSC, and many questions directly came from that particular PDF and the video that we had uploaded. So now move to the question number 69, as we had discussed till question number 68 in the previous lecture. Question number 69 says, consider the following statements. In the case of all cereals, pulses and oil seeds, the procurement at minimum support price is unlimited in any state, union territory of India. Okay. Statement second says, in the case of cereals and pulses, the MSP is fixed in any state, union territory at a level to which the market prices will never rise. Now, analyze the first statement. Procurement at MSP is unlimited in any union territory and state of India. This seems logically wrong. How can something be unlimited? There is a difference between open procurement and unlimited procurement. There is a buffer stock which is fixed by the government and that is limited. So apply this logic. Second is that the market price is fixed, the MSP is fixed that such that the market price will never reach the MSP level. So this also seems incorrect, because if you will observe, then there are certain schemes by governments like Bhavantar Bhugtan. Such schemes are why they are made, because the market price many of the times is reaches more than MSP, because market price is driven by the market forces, demand and supply, and it is always possible that it will reach above MSP. MSP can influence market price, but it is a very wrong statement to say that MSP will be always above the market price. So these both statements are illogical and wrong. So this is a concept that you will learn. We will cover it in the revision series: commercial paper, certificate of deposit, call money, zero coupon bonds. These are important concepts that you need to learn. Now we will see the question number 71. With reference to the cultural history of India, consider the following pairs. First is Parivarjaka, and it is written that renunciate and wander. Parivarjaka, renunciate and wander. No logic we can deduce. Shramana, prized with a high status. Okay. Third is Upasaka, lay follower of Buddhism. So we will start from the bottom. Upasaka, follower, devotee, it seems logical. So third seems logical. Shramana, prized with high status. We have read in the history Shramana tradition, and in those traditions, the philosophies which are there are challenging the priestly class. So how can a Shramana be prized with a high status, even if you don't know the exact meaning of Shramana? So this seems wrong with the common sense and with the basic knowledge that you have gained. Now Parivarjaka, we cannot deduce anything, but if we know that 3 is right and 2 is wrong, we can arrive at the correct answer, that is option B. Question number 72. With reference to Indian elephants, consider the following statements. The leader of an elephant group is a female. We don't know. The maximum gestation period can be 22 months. Okay. And an elephant can normally go on calving till the age of 40 years only. Okay. Among the states in India, the highest elephant population is in Kerala. Kerala, this was the clue to get the correct answer. Now you know that there are so many elephant reserves in the state of Karnataka. Traditionally, a very big hotspot for the elephants. Dubare and so many national parks are there in the Karnataka. Kerala has elephants, but it is not the number one per se. So if you know this fact, then you can make this wrong, and you would be left with either C or A. So what does it mean? सामान्यता हिंदी में if you will read, सामान्यता हाथी में 40 वर्ष की आयु तक ही बच्चे पैदा करने की क्षमता होती है. So this is a very peculiar fact, and what rubbish, like this seems more like wrong with the common sense than this, because we have seen in the animals, even in the tiger, the female is the more dominating one. The female is the one which goes for hunting. If you see, so this is possible. Even the ants, females are the leaders. So in the elephant, there is a possibility that a female can be a leader. So this seems more logical than this. Sometimes you can read Hindi of the particular question, and you can get the information. There is no logic or common sense here, but I am giving you an information that this Papi Konda is in the Godavari basin. Nagarhoi, Shastyamangalam, Wayanad, these all are in the Kaveri basin. I will showcase in the revision series as well. This can be solved with the pure logic. With reference to India's biodiversity, Ceylon, frogmouth, coppersmith barbet, grey-chinned minivet, and white-throated redstart are. Option 1, birds. Second, primates. C, reptiles. D, amphibians. Now we will look one by one. C, if you will read these creatures closely, you should have a eagle's eye while solving the question. Throat. Can a primate have a throat or a chin? Can a reptile have a throat or a chin? Or both? Can an amphibian have throat, chin? Such things are like throats are more used for what? The birds, chins. Birds have a chin. You have seen the snake have chin. So from the name, even if you don't know the exact what they belong to, you can guess that it is somewhat related to birds with these names. And this was the way to arrive at the correct answer. This was the easy question. Now question number 77. Which of the following are the most likely places to find the musk deer in its natural habitat? Now first two options are Ascot Wildlife Sanctuary, Gangotri National Park. Third is Kishanpur Wildlife Sanctuary. Fourth is Manas Wildlife Sanctuary. You will observe Ascot and Gangotri are in the cold region. Kishanpur and Manas are not in the cold region but the normal region. Now the musk deers are not the usual deers. They are not the true deers itself. And they live, we have this understanding that they live in the colder places. They don't have these antelopes, etc. So they don't have horns like it has in the Barasingha or other deers. They are quite different. They have musks. They also seem to have a lower size. So if you will apply this logic, they are found in the colder areas, and Ascot and Gangotri are in the colder regions. You could have arrived at the correct answer. You don't need to like by heart everything. With logic, you can arrive at more correct answers than by hearting. Question number 78. In rural road construction, the use of which of the following is preferred for ensuring environmental sustainability or to reduce carbon footprint? First is copper slag. Twice in this paper they have asked about slag. Okay. So like here also they had asked about steel slag. Why it was asked? Because it was in current affairs. You know that our Honorable Minister for Surface Transport has done a lot of things which are sustainable in nature, like use of garbages of Gazipur to make roads, use of plastics to make roads, use of slags to make roads. So he had done a lot of these things. So because of that, it was in news. So now we will see how we can arrive. It is telling about environmental sustainability, and while you are reading copper slag, second is cold mix asphalt technology, third is geotextile, fourth is hot mix asphalt technology, fifth is Portland cement. Now Portland cement. Portland is a cement. There are many types of cement: pozzolana cement, Portland cement, ordinary Portland cement. There are so many types of cement. So, like, the types of cement are cannot be the cannot prove to have an environmental sustainability. There has to be something which you are adding, and it is like, if it is available, it will pollute the environment, and now you are using it uh, in construction process. So a cement which has to be added in the construction process cannot be like a tool to ensure environmental sustainability. So this option 5 is wrong with this logic, and we will be left with either the 1 2 3 or the 2 3 4, and now you have to take a guess, 50-50. Usually, you would have seen hot mix asphalt technology. There will be a lot of fumes coming while there is construction of road. So usually, hot mix asphalt technology is used. Cold mix asphalt technology is the sustainable way, because there are a lot of pollution etc. is created. So answer was A, but it needed a bit of knowledge. These are like common questions. Could be solved with the with basic understanding. Now, question number 81. If a particular plant species is placed under Schedule 6 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972, what is the implication? Now, the schedules have been changed to 4, not now schedules are not 6. But we will see the options. A license is required to cultivate that plant. B, such a plant cannot be cultivated under any circumstances. C, it is a genetically modified crop plant. D, such a plant is invasive and harmful to the ecosystem. Now, if you will see, twice they are talking about cultivating that plant. So we will, what we will do, we will cross that, and now we will focus on these two. A license is required to cultivate that plant. Such a plant cannot be cultivated under any circumstances. Any laws like has blanket things in the environment. There are certain procedures for taking licenses. Even central government has certain exceptions. Chief warden has certain powers. So like this seems not logical that under any circumstances you cannot cultivate them. So in these two, if you will see legally, if you have read any of the law, not this particular law, you can say that option A is correct. Question number 82 has like logic is not working, but you can see that this question is very important for the future examination as well. They may ask you, they may include these as an option, they may ask about something, and these three could be in options, or in any way, any whichever way possible, like Gupta had these ports, like this they can include in statement, because this is a very important fact. Like Kadura, Chaul and Ghantasala were the ports handling foreign trade during the Gupta dynasty. So learn this fact. This is important, that's why I am discussing. Question number 84. According to India's national policy in biofuels, which of the following can be used as raw materials for the production of biofuels? First is cassava, second is damaged wheat grains, third is groundnut seeds, fourth is horse gram, fifth is rotten potatoes, sixth is sugar beet. Now we will see. If you had a like idea that government was talking about, like if some damaged crop is there, so it will get wasted, so it can be used for biofuels. So this was the thing which everybody knew. They were like, we were not going to cram everything, but we had an idea that this is government is thinking, and this seems logical ever. So damaged thing or rotten thing could be used to make biofuel seems logical. Now we'll see where these two are included. In D, option 2 and 5 is there, and in A, option 2, like statement 2 and 5 is there. So now we are left with either A or D. Now we'll analyze more. What we need to find is that 3 or 4 is right or wrong, because 6 is included in both, so we don't need to think about this. So this is also right. because we are not left with any option. Now we will analyze groundnut seeds and horse gram. Now groundnut seed has a value to create a oil, isn't it? And horse gram has also. So if something has a value, a higher value, why it will be used for creating a biofuel? Just apply a logic. Just apply a logic here. And with this logic, you can arrive at the option A, correct answer. In the question number 85, in any such question, you don't have to overthink. If you will overthink, 99% of the time, you will arrive at wrong answer. And be as wide as possible. In any kind of definition, be as wide as possible. Don't be specific. Specific things are 99% wrong in any such kind of question. This year also 2 or 3 questions of this kind will be asked. Which one of the following statements best describes the term social cost of carbon? It is a measure in monetary value of the long-term damage done by a ton of CO2 emission in a given year. Option B, requirement of fossil fuel for a country to provide goods and services to its citizens based on the burning of those fuels. Efforts put in by a climate refugee to adapt to live in a new place. Contribution of an individual person to the carbon footprint on the planet Earth. Now, when this question was asked and official key was not released, some of the intellectual institutes teachers were claiming that this is the correct answer. Yeah, this is one of the part of the social cost, but how? First of all, how you will calculate this? Is there any procedure? First of all, you don't know how many climate refugees are there. There is no consensus of what is climate refugees. There are lots of conventions they are found. They are which are not ensured or complied by so many countries. So first of all, in this part it is illogical. Second is, it is one of the component. If we read option A, long-term damage done by a ton of CO2 emission in a given year. Long-term damage subsumes many things. It can be the cost borne by a refugee, or it can be cost borne by an aquatic animal. It can be a cost borne by a woman. Like if there is climate change and she has to bring water from 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers in state like Rajasthan, she will have to bear more burn. So this option A seems more logical and it is the correct answer. Again, this question number 86, in the last 3 decades, while the production of Kharif pulses increased, the production of Rabi pulses has decreased. This 3 decades and making some kind of statements for such a long period, 3 to 4 decades, unless it seems very logical, go for it. Otherwise, 90% of the time, such data of 3 decades, 4 decades, 5 decades are usually wrong. Sustained increase is also something which is, if it fits into the commonsensical or your knowledge understanding, otherwise it is wrong. Green gram alone accounts for nearly half of pulse production. There are so many types of pulses. How can a green gram have half of the pulse production? There are so many types of grams which are cultivated in the country and eaten in the country. This is possible. Like grams are here only, it is written Kharif, Rabi. So black gram can be cultivated as both Kharif and Rabi. It seems logical because here again they are repeating and they are comparing here. So it would have existed, then only they are comparing. So option A seems logical. So it is correct answer. Always infer from these statements. Try to infer and find answers. This question petition was straightforward. Why it was straightforward? Retaining moisture. Regur soil. Black soil has the capability to retain moisture, and in black soil what is cultivated? Cotton. And this 50 to 100 centimeter, how it is like in such a miserable rainfall, how jute can be cultivated and tea, etc. So from here they were giving a straight logic to arrive at the correct answer. With reference to solar water pumps, consider the following statement. Solar power can be used for running surface pumps and not for submersible pumps. Solar power can be used for running centrifugal pump, not the ones with piston. These are like baseless kinds of statements made by UPSC. Submersible pumps are used in large number by the farmers, and you would have heard about PM Kusum scheme, and in that they are pushing for solar power pump, and such a technology which has come now, which is advanced. How it will not use it can be fitted with the piston. It is something which is used in the wide variety, and that is why government is pushing for the same. It is an advanced version. Question number 89, I had put a logic. Question says, with reference to the current trends in the cultivation of sugar canes in India, consider the following statements. A substantial saving in seed material is made when bud chip seedlings are raised in nursery and transplanted in the main field. When direct planting of sets is done, the germination percentage is better with single budded sets as compared to the sets with many buds. If bad weather condition prevails when sets are directly planted, single budded sets have better survival as compared to large sets. Sugar cane can be cultivated using seedlings prepared from tissue culture. This can be prepared from tissue culture sugarcane. First of all, make it right. Okay, if you will make it right, you will be left with option C or D. Can be humble statement. Tissue culture can be widely used. Okay, so option 4, statement 4 seems correct. Now we are left with either C or D. When we will read second statement. When direct planting of sets is done, the germination percentage is better with single budded sets as compared to sets with many buds. If you have a sets with many buds, see, if we have sets with many buds, we have more chances that some bud will germinate, isn't it? This is a common sense. If we have many buds, there is a probability some buds will germinate, some buds will germinate very well compared to a single bud, isn't it? Isn't it seems something logical or not? Or it seems illogical to you? If it seems logical to you, then you can make it wrong and you can arrive at the correct answer. Third is, if bad weather condition prevails when sets are directly planted, single budded sets have better survival as compared to large sets. If you have large sets, it can take out nutrition, water, everything from the ground well, or have better capability than the single setted buds, isn't it? It would have more capability to do the same. The single budded sets would not have that much of capability to, because they would have lesser connection with the ground. This is also one of the logic which you can apply and you can arrive at the correct answer. And this logic was applied by many students and they arrived at the correct answer in the examination. Question 91, there is not logic per se, but you need to know fertigation process. It is directly linked with drip irrigation, and drip irrigation may when fertilizer is added mixed with the water and then it is used. Here rock phosphate was used, and rock phosphate cannot be dissolved in water, hence it cannot be used in fertigation. So this was the logic, but you needed to know the backdrop of this and the information. This was directly taken from the current affairs because of the updation of the minor mineral list. There were so many questions related to it, and bentonite was one of the thing which was included in the minor mineral. It was inspired from the current affairs. This thing which, like so many of the mentors say, that if there is something fact, you need to be doubly sure, and here it was wrong. So you can take such chances, but it should not be blind, as I have explained in the earlier lectures as well. Question number 94. With reference to chemical fertilizers in India, consider the following statements. At present, the retail price of chemical fertilizer is market driven and not administered by the government. Here only the chemical fertilizers are administered by the government. Why it is not administered by the government? You can see how fertilizers are being regulated and administered by the government in India. So this statement itself seems wrong, and if you make it wrong, you would be left with either option B or C. Okay. Sulfur comes from the oil refineries, that is also something logical. So this you needed to apply, and you could have arrived at the option B. क्वेश्चन नंबर 95, यहाँ दुविधा थी और यहाँ आपको सोचना था. विद रेफरेंस टू इंडिया डेजर्ट नेशनल पार्क, विच ऑफ द statements are correct? It is spread over 2 districts. Okay, suspicious, because there is a fact there is no human habitation inside the park. Suspicious, no human habitat. It is one of the natural habitat of great Indian bustard that we all know. Okay, so now we are left with this B, C or D. There is no human habitation seems impossible. In any of the national park there will be certain human habitation, so this seems wrong. If we make this wrong, this statement gets eliminated. We arrive at the correct answer. You will say that, so 2 districts also seem suspicious, but 2 districts तो फिर भी चलता है कि there can be a national park which can be situated in 2 districts, but no human habitation is more wrong. अब ऐसी दुविधा में you have to think which can be probably like there is a chance that it will be definitely wrong. This can be asked again. Mostly these glaciers are situated in the Karakoram range. Okay, so that is why they may ask you about Siachen, Hispar, and other glaciers which are there. So it is north of Nubra Valley. It is always in the news. Question number 97. With reference to the history of India, consider the following pairs: Bhilsa, Madhya Pradesh; Dwar Samudram, Maharashtra; Girinagar, Gujarat; Thaneshwar, Uttar Pradesh. Bhilsa से I had applied logic. Bhils, and Bhils live in MP, Chhattisgarh, etc. Okay, so from that I thought that Bhilsa could be related with MP. So I with this I eliminated 2 options and I arrived at the option A and B. Now I had to think like Girinagar is in Gujarat or Thaneshwar is in Uttar Pradesh. So I like Thaneshwar, I had little bit idea that it's not in UP, it is somewhere in Haryana or something. I was not that sure, but I thought Girinagar, Gujarat, thoda it is seeming logical. Was Thaneshwar lag nahi raha, but 50-50 tha. Whatever your gut feeling says, you had to take the risk, and without taking risk you cannot qualify. But from this logic you could have eliminated 2 options. This is the beauty of having logical mindset in the examination. Again, fact, and fact was wrong. 36% of India's districts are classified as overexploited or critical by the Central Groundwater Authority. I guess it was more. And it is under Environmental Protection Act and groundwater irrigation. We have overexploited groundwater. So these 2 seems logical. Again, fact, 10 degrees Celsius. Why facts are becoming wrong? Na? Because facts are easy to manipulate. Okay, so unless you are doubly sure, don't make it right. Okay, and jet streams occur in North Hemisphere only. ये तो ऐसे ही गलत लग रहा है. Only some cyclones develop an eye. Yes, not all cyclones can develop an eye. Okay, so this seems wrong. Seems correct. So this is a right answer. Anything which is like giving so big statements, na, like occur in the northern hemisphere only, southern hemisphere, why not? There should be some strong geographical reason behind this. Question number 100 was, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. The answer is Nagarjuna Sagar, Srisalam, and very few had chosen this. Most of them had went towards either Corbett or Ranthambore, and some went towards Sundarbans as well, because there are a lot of tigers in Sundarbans. But it was talking about having largest area of under critical tiger habitat. We are not talking about number of tigers. So the question was not easy. If you had an idea, then only you can choose it. So this was the end of the 2020. And with the, if you have watched 2022 video, 2021, 2020, I am damn sure that your mindset towards solving the question paper, which was being developed by solving the question papers of institutes, which is not letting you apply logic, common sense, basic knowledge. They are testing more or less some facts. They are trying to beat you with knowledge. So your mindset can be changed before the examination, which is necessary, and it will surely boost your marks. If it doesn't boost your marks, then I don't think how, if that means you have not understood the method properly. It is not some magic. It is some common sense. You can see like how I am applying the basic knowledge, basic common sense. And that is the reason if this exam was solely about knowledge, then how a person coming in the first attempt and securing so good ranks. So if it was solely about knowledge, then the person who is giving fourth attempt, fifth attempt could have secured 160 marks in prelims. So this is not the per se test of knowledge, but this is the test of character, and character requires you to be vigilant, to be having a caliber to apply your knowledge, and having perseverance, having patience. Some questions may be out of your area. You have to be patient. All these values are checked, and this is the examination. No? You could like everybody plays so well in the nets, but when it comes to the tougher matches, when it comes to the tougher condition, the champions outshine the mediocre players. Okay, thank you so much. Take care. Best wishes.